then using the waveforms of the sound, he spliced them and made them into letters. And it's quite amazing that the female character do look quite sort of softer than, say, a male character, which is quite interesting. So that's a really interesting approach to letter making. And here's some details of that. Very interesting. Typical sort of bleach on denim or inking, that kind of thing. This was ink on water, where she photographed the movement of the ink and then using Photoshop to create the different strokes of the letters and so on. So it's not like a W ink flowing water as such. Okay. I'm sure you've done stuff like this, you know. Oh, he's amazing. He's an animation student, Ed, and to be honest, his kind of, again, color graphic lines are really beautiful. And, so that's done using Photoshop with a digital pen and tablet. And I'm quite into also mark making using computer codes. I can't do them myself, but I always have ideas which I can then ask people to create for me. And just to give you an example of a flash. Work here. These, I'm pressing on the mouse here, on the pad, to create these marks. And if I press the right arrow, they would flow to the right. Left arrow, to the left, up, down, etc. So it adds a kind of fourth dimension to the sort of mark making process. That was done in Flash using ActionScript. But this one here, that's actually done using a programming called processing, okay, which is a really powerful language. And basically what it does is it's actually hooked up to some mics. So this was actually featured in a live concert where, say, the guitarist would be playing the guitar, and all these marks would coordinate with the sound of the guitar. So you kind of, you know, move around, etc. So very interesting way of working. So I'll leave you with a quote, and it's one that I kind of remind myself every so often, because I find it quite poignant to what I do. Hopefully you'll find it inspiring too. It says, "To a mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders." What that means is you have to be content, and you have to practice, perhaps, being silent. And that means you could try this sometime, just to sit down for, I don't know, a minute, and do nothing, you see, right? And just to sense what you can learn from that experience, okay? And then gradually, the time could increase, and then you can start to reflect about your work, your ideas, what you're going to do, etc. So you actually take your time to produce something. So, for example, you know, I'm quite a busy person, so I don't really have time to practice every day like calligraphy, all right? Which you should do. But I actually think quite a lot about the work that I'm going to produce, you see, right? So as I drive home, or if I go to the canteen, I constantly think about my work, being design work or calligraphy work. So when I do have the time to do the work, they only take a couple hours, very quick, yeah? But it's that thinking, that reflection, okay, which will filter through somehow. You see, the trouble is with computers, right? Everything is so immediate, okay? You know, you press a button and it's there. And sometimes things happen which is out of your control, and you didn't really have that intention to produce whatever, but then it became your idea, which is fine. But sometimes you also need to stand away from it, really think about what is it that you're doing. Why are you using that typeface? Why are you using that colour? Why are you using that element, etc., etc.? Okay? What's the concept, etc., etc.? Then it will make a work much more powerful. You see? Okay? So try that. Just be silent. You do nothing. It's great. But next time you're doing nothing and your tutor says, "What are you doing? Why are you not doing any work?" You say, "Practicing silence." Okay? And that's it. Thank you.